Hello everybody, what's cracking? And today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Megatron. So first we'll take a look at the box here. You can see Transformers Studio Series Megatron Transformers the movie. I really like this artwork. I love the shading on the helmet in this artwork. It's super nice. And you got the tank there with the glowy effect behind it. Awkward placements of the barrel there, but hey! Yeah, it's really awkward. You got the back of the box, Megatron, Megatron, Megatron. It's all Megatron. So, without any further ado, here is Megatron. And here he is in his tank mode. And this is a really good figure. I am a huge fan of this Megatron. So let's get nice and up close at his detailing. So we will zoom in to 3 times. You can see all those bolts there with all that Techno-Greeble Decepticon symbol there. You got some more Techno-Greeble on the barrel and going down the turret. The sides, I love the paint work on the treads too. Like, the paint is just beautiful on these. The back is super clean as well, no feet sticking out. You do have the bluish gray panels at the back, but that's minimal. That is minimal. You know, I just love the attention to detail, like even including like that gear type wheel at the back. Like, the attention to detail on this thing is absolutely wild. As far as rolling goes, he has 2 wheels down here and then 1 big like cylinder wheel down here, and he rolls like a dream. Like, this is one of the best rolling tank formers I think I've ever seen. But for comparison, I'm just gonna bring in 86 Optimus, just so that you can see. They're about the same size in alt mode. So, there you go. And the turret does rotate, but it rotates at a bit of an awkward axis.
Brother, what's that?
It's not too bad in person. In photos, it looks kind of awkward, but in person, it looks fine. It's not nearly as awkward as Thrilling 30 Blitzwing. Thrilling 30 Blitzwing, the sculpt just made it look awful, but here, the sculpt kind of saves it. Like, it doesn't look as bad as on Blitzwing. Yeah, I mean, as far as accessories go, you get his sword right here, which is done up with a nice metallic purple for the blade there. Looks super nice. It's the lightsaber type thing that he used to slash Optimus Prime in the movie. And then you don't get the purple gun that he used to shoot Optimus Prime, but you do get a much more important gun, that being Megatron himself, which I think we can all agree is a bit more important than the gun that he literally found under a rock. You can see, zooming in on this gun, you can see Decepticon symbol there. Decepticon symbol only on one side. I kind of wish it was on both, but let's see, it's a nice looking gun. And yeah, I mean, like, it looks like Megatron in gun mode. I don't really know what more you want out of it. And it is blast effect compatible, so you can plug a blast effect into the tip there, which is very nice. And you can also plug a blast effect into the barrel here. And yeah, I mean, that's about it for the tank mode. So now let's get down to transforming him into his robot mode, which is a wild process, by the way. So you want to start by splitting up the turret like this, and then taking off the cannon. And now you want to take out this this light gray barrel here and set that off to the side for now. And then what you want to do with the cannon is just take this panel here, and it is just going to slide up and fill in that hole there. And that is your cannon. Now we can actually get to transforming Megatron himself. So to do that, what you're going to want to do is just take the feet from the bottom here and just swing them out. And then just flip up the toes. Like that. And then just dislodge these panels here. Just get those out. There we go. Alright, just get those out and out of the way. So now we can just take the treads and just bring them out to the sides, and this is the best part of the transformation, is how these treads just disappear. You'd think something this big on the vehicle, there's no way to make it just disappear, right? Because, like, look, this is like the entire length of the tank. You can't just make the treads disappear. Watch this. So you take this middle section, and you bring it down, and then you take this panel here, and you just want to open it, which can be a little tricky. You got to get your nail under there, and just kind of, oh, it's being so stubborn today. There you go. You just open that up, and then you fold in the front of the tread and close this back up now. And then do the same thing here. Open this up, fold this in, close this up, and now you can fold this in, and then fold this inward, and it will tab in. And then you just bring this down on that hinge there, and it is going to go into, there's a tab that's going to go into a slot there. You just want to lock that into place, and then you take the front panel here and just swing it over, take the foot and just make sure it is properly centered, and the treads are gone. That is wild. So we're just going to do the same thing here. You just bring this down, open up this panel, bring this in, close up this panel, open this up, bring this in, close up the panel, fold this all up, bring this all in, tab this in, close up this big panel here, bring down the foot. And there you go. There's the legs all done. By the way, what are we thinking of this new camera angle? I'm trying to experiment with something here. What are we thinking of, like the 45-degree down angle instead of just like dead on? Because I kind of like it. It's different from other reviewer setups. So let me know what you guys think. I'm trying to make this channel a bit more unique from the other ones, and it's subtle things like this that I think help with that. But anyways, now you just want to untab this panel here, and this is just going to swing up the whole body like that. And then you just want to untab these panels from the thighs, bring the legs over like that, bring these panels back down, and then you can swing them to the sides, rotate the waist around, and then bring this together and tab it in. And now what we're going to do is flip this piece into the chest here, and then just bring the chest down, and we are going to have to kind of mess up our 45-degree angle here to do this. But you want to bring the turret back, and you can see there's a layer, there's like a bunch of hinges here. So you want to untab the turret and just bring out all of these hinges so that they are dead on like this. And so that's how you want that to look. And now we're just going to take the head and bring it up, and then just take the chest, bring it up, take the belly piece, bring that up. And now we're just going to bring this section in, and then bring the back section in. Then you just want to take these panels and straighten them out, and then just tab it in to the side there. Just tab that into the side there. We're almost done. You just bring down the arms, then rotate them like that. Open up the panels here, rotate that whole assembly around, flip out the hand, close up the panels, same thing here. Just open all of this up, rotate this around, bring this down, close this up. And then lastly, we're gonna take this barrel, put it on his back, fold it up, take the fusion cannon, plug it onto his arm, and there you go. There is Studio Series 86 Megatron in robot mode. And, wow. Yeah. That is something. I am beyond impressed with this Megatron figure. It is very good, but let's get into why it's good. So, taking a look at the head sculpt there, it's actually a little too far up for the camera to catch it properly. There we go. That's pretty good. I love the piercing red for the eyes there. I really like the shape of the head too. A lot of people have said it looks too tall. I personally think it's fine. And we got the chest there, which just looks so... It's very prominent, and I like it. Shoulders are a bit small, but I believe that's accurate, so... You got the red that gets exposed on the biceps when you flip those panels down. Loads of paint on the abs there, and you do get the red on the sides, which is nice. You got a nice black for the crotch there. I just rubbed his dick. I shouldn't have done that. Then you get that bluish gray for the legs, which I personally like. I like that bluish gray. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I personally am a fan. Then you get the gun grip there, because G1 Megatron did turn into a gun, so you got some gun detailing. And I really do like how the treads on the back, like what you can see of the treads, is almost like trying to replicate the grip on the handle of a gun. It works out really well. The only tank kibble visible on this guy are these wheels. Like, that's it. Like, that, it's absolutely wild. Like, look at the back. There's no backpack. He doesn't have any junk on his back like the Siege one did. Absolutely wild. For articulation, head is on a ball joint, and you get a lot of range out of it. You get full 360 degrees. It's a little hard to get a grip on because it's a very smooth head sculpt, so your fingers kind of slip off it sometimes. You do get rotation at the shoulder there. You get in and out. You do get butterfly joint, which you can use the extending hinges for articulation if you want to. You get a bicep swivel, over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow there. You do get wrist rotation. The fingers, it's the same as Optimus, where they are hinged at the base and at the knuckle, and the index finger is completely separate from the rest. So it's that kind of a hand setup. So that's pretty cool. You do get waist rotation. The hips can go forward that far, back that far, outward about that far. You can move these back if you want that kind of like Masterpiece Megatron style, and that does give you more range. I personally like them out though. It gives them a bit more of that like snatched waist look that Megatron has. You do get thigh rotation, over 90 degrees of bend at the knee there. You get an insane ankle tilt, and you get forward, and you get some downward at the toe, which it doesn't really want to go, but you saw the transformation. You saw it happen. Now for the accessories, he can hold the gun, but like, why would you make him hold the gun? It's supposed to be him in his alt mode. So I don't see why you'd give the gun to him, but you would want to give him the sword. And the sword, it's a little tricky to get it in his hand. It's very tight, but once it's in there, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. He looks good with it. And as you saw, he can pose very, very well. And then you can store the gun on the back there, and then you can use that port for the sword, because there's a peg on there, so you can store the sword on his back. And then, just for comparison, here he is with the 86 Optimus Prime, and that's a really good size, I think. I think this is a good scale for him. Like, just a little bit taller than Optimus. That's how I like Megatron to be. So, yeah. And then one undocumented feature, like, this isn't, like, an intentional feature or anything, but it's just something that's, that a friend of mine had asked if this was possible, and I was like, I don't know. And then I tried it, and it very much was, and it works like a charm. But it bothered me that he doesn't come with his mace. And so we ended up figuring out, if you open this up, you can actually remove the hand from the ball joint. It comes off real easy. And if you have the YOLO Park Megatron, the mace fits right in to that ball socket. And then you close up the arm around it, and there you go. Now he has his mace, and it fits like rock solid in there. And then if you're worried about losing the hand, check this out. Yep. Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. He can use the YOLO Park mace. Now, I don't know if the tolerances are exact, so I would say be careful with it, because I don't know if the ball socket's a little bit small. It feels fine, so I think it's fine, but, like, just, you know, be careful, because this isn't an intended feature. But, I mean, like, yeah, no, I think it fits really nicely in there. I think it's, I think that works like an absolute charm. And overall, that's what this figure does. This figure works like an absolute charm. This is a beautiful piece. Again, I'm going to put it next to Optimus just so you can see. Look how good they look together. That's so nice. This is so much better than the Siege one. Like, it's so much better. It is so much better than the Siege. Yeah, you know, let's actually get Siege Megatron in here just so we can have that comparison. So here's the Siege mold. I'm using the Shattered Glass version because I do have the regular Siege version, but his arm currently isn't attached because I installed an upgrade kit to his arm that makes it compatible with this guy. And so that arm I'm essentially just using as an alternate arm for this guy. So my Siege Megatron is effectively my Skybound Megatron, who's missing an arm. He's acting as my Skybound Megatron. So this guy, I'm gonna use the Shattered Glass version of the mold for comparison because his arm is on, but you can just see how big, like, of an improvement there is between the two. Like, that's insane. But yeah, I mean, like, overall, that's my review on 86 Megatron. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I'd recommend it to anyone who likes Megatron. Anyone who likes Transformers, get this thing. It's amazing. But yeah, that'll be all for this video. That has been my review of the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Megatron. You know how I like to do these mouthfuls at the end. And I will see you guys on the flip side.